is because there's wildfires out, and one of the things that is kind of cool about those wildfires is it does create some really interesting photography. So we're going to go out and fly a little bit in this smoky, you know, Canadian wildfire air and see what we can see. All right. So I took off the filter off of the Mavic 3, and I'm flying El Natural, so there's no filters. So here we go, dead random, checking out the wildfire-filled smoky air with the Mavic 3. Get a recording. You guys like me to record my screen, so I'm going to record the screen. All right, let's take some video. So, all right. So I've been visiting with my dad. We've been working on a project, and the weather's actually been really good. And it's amazing. The heck, somehow I got there we go. So there we go. So somehow we got this weather change, and so can the Mavic 3 actually create something out of nothing? Can we get some cinematic footage out of this smoky air? A little bit of breakup. We'll see if there's any connectivity issues too. I've actually been really lucky with the connection. Since I've been here, I've had very little interference. So I just got to double check to make sure I've got microphone. Check 1 2, check 1 2. All right, just double checking my mic. All right, but yeah, farm country. We should have some pretty good luck here. I'm going to go this direction up over the farm, and then I'm going to go out this way where I know I have pretty good luck. Wow. So I'd say visibility is probably about maybe 2 miles from basically understanding, maybe less than 2 miles. I would say about a mile. So we're definitely going to stay close. Right now, RC signal is really good. A lot of particulates in the air. A lot of. So I'm going to make sure we keep some kind of cinematic interest. So if I'm not just flying into the abyss here. Let's go back. So here's let's go look back here. Let's say, just kind of do a pullback and see what our resolution is going to be. We start to lose what I would consider to be any kind of decent imagery. But I'd say about a mile. That's to be realistic, where you obscure the image so much that it's, yeah, right now I'm already getting RC break up a little bit. Yeah. I would say at the most a mile. Okay, I don't want to go out much further than where I'm at. But let's go. Let's pirouette over. Let's go over this field over here. Let's go check out the lake. Here, I'm gonna. My dad conveniently left me this really awesome stump to fly on. So we're gonna go fly over to the lake. And should be in this corner over here. It's that farm. There's a lake right there. See if we can get some perspective from the lake. Would you call that a lake? Pretty clear. You can see right down into it. Let's do a little, should we do a little bit of zooming in to the lake? We're not going to change cameras. I want to continue a shot today, so see what I can do with the 4/3 zoom. And that's fully zoomed in. We'll just do a little bit of parallel motion here. I'm so trained into flying straight and forward, and so a little bit of down shot and a little bit of interest. But yeah, the air is really smoky. But you can still get some good footage out in this. And the time right now, we're at about 5:30. We're working on 6 o'clock. And then I'll bring up the camera a little bit as we're pirouetting. I'm at a really safe altitude. You know, this area pretty much is going to give you the same altitude. It's we're in flat country. We're in flat country, and once you bring the camera up too far, you're pretty much looking into smoke. Look at that. Wow. That is really smoky. That is really smoky. And I'm locking my autofocus. So here it is right there. That's looking off. Look at the smoke. Okay, I'm going to look straight down. And you can see quickly I pick up resolution. You know, looking straight down. I'm actually liking the RC a lot. Actually liking it a lot. It's simple. And for the Mavic 3, you'd rather we're definitely flying with the RC Pro. But it's okay. It's okay. I don't mind flying with the RC. I don't have to be that cool, It is neat to fly in different country. I rarely get to fly where there's trees, so. And the Mavic just gives us just amazing flight performance, so we don't really have to get too crazy when it comes to worrying about our RC. Now I am getting some signal drop because I'm changing the direction of the antennas on the bird. Wow, you could so easily get lost with images like this. I mean, you literally could just get lost in space. Look at that. It's like pea soup. So let's go forward, and wow, it is really murky. I know where I am in space. I know exactly where we are. Yeah, I would say we should probably. I want to see if I can get some trees. I walked out here yesterday. down this through this area here. Yeah, it's just really, it's really not interesting, is it? The lake was interesting. My cousin was down there with his truck. I should go head on down where he is. So I've been taking my daily walks right here on this road here. Let's look down the road and see what our. So in this country here, a mile basically is what separates each linear block. So you've got different street numbers: 70th Street, 80th Street, 90th Street, and there's 1 mile in between each section of land. So they were divided into sections. So it's a 1 by 1 mile square. Now you can see this section here is not continuous anymore. You see on the right hand side, that is what the street used to be. And that street, that wavy street, you can see goes to a straight road, and that one is the 1 mile marker. So if you go to the left, if I turn to the left and I go down to the next street like that, I'll show you. I'll point it way down to the next mile marker. Right down there. You see that farm out there? You see that right out there? I can't zoom. I'm going to zoom out. But right there, that's the 1 mile marker right there from where I'm at. So that tells me exactly what my resolution is. So it's we have about a mile. I'd say a mile of visual. So I don't have to get too low. I'm just keeping high for connectivity's sake. But the RC is cutting through it pretty good. I'm gonna head on down to the lake. And go fly over here. All these relatives. Go over this one here and fly on down to the lake. The air I would say is still. It's a little bit buggy. We'll get. Remember, I talked about the power lines here. I flew here. I flew the Bebop out here back when I was flying the Bebop. So let's get to the lake. So we'll get out to the lake here. I got to turn towards the lake a little bit. The RC's cutting through the trees really good. I'm very impressed with that. So I'm going to keep my altitude. And I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna turn back. Ooh, there! I knew that would happen. I'm getting remote control signal position issues, and part of it is because of the power line there. So I'm gonna back off a little bit and see if I've got. Yeah, I'm getting red trees, and I've got trees. And it's saying I can. Still got control. And back off a little bit. Yeah. So we're over the lake. See if I can improve my position here. Not really. Not really at all. So I'm going to head back. I'm going to head back over the lake. But look at that. That is just so smoky. You know? And but the Mavic 3 is cutting through the smoke. Okay. I know I'm moving around a lot. Trying to get my RC signal back. There we go. Yeah, I had a lot of things working against me there. And let's get back over this. I'm over the power lines, but I want to get past the power lines, get away from them. Try to stay away from the power lines if I can. They're just a signal. They're just a signal frickin' sucker. Little electrical interference. But yeah, look at the smoke out there. So this direction, it seems like, now this is towards the sun. So you can see that we've got a lot more light as we point the direction of where the sun would be, assuming we could see it. Assuming we could see the sun. So I'm going to fly this way. We're picking up a lot of RC. Yeah, and we're getting obscured by a couple of different things there. Don't want to go over that busy road. But hey, I'm really impressed. The RC signal has been, I would say, pretty much of a champ. With all the stuff we're dealing with right now. We got particulates, I had a little bit of electrical interference. I have a building, I've got trees. There's a little tree farm down there. That's a cool tree farm, isn't it? Look at that. Look at all those awesome trees. It's pretty cool. Let's go look at the project I worked on today. I'll show you my project from the air. Let's go over there and look down on it. It should be totally different now because we added another feature. There it is. There it is. Get down a little bit. Let's bring our altitude down. And I want to do a little bit of pirouetting here. We don't want to get into the trees too much. Yeah, we're above the trees. We do not want to do anything crazy. There it is right down there. Now I can use just my 4/3. Didn't want to change right there. So that's the gazebo I built today right there. Pretty nice, isn't it? Pretty cool. Nicely done, Dead Random. Let's go forward here and look at the roof. And we'll bring her home. So there's the roof. We're really good there. Let's get over the top. And then we'll finish up our flight. There we go. There we do a little bit of I'm trying to be smooth. So anyway, there we go. Let's come back and land. All right, so very, very smoky. So about a mile. And can you get some shots? Yeah, I would say you can. Here, let's go ahead and push back out. Look at that. There's a countryside. And if you're, like I said, if you're looking away from the sun, you're out there, we could hardly see anywhere we were going out in here. Right out there, we were right, especially out there, we were really in, I don't know if the water right there, especially that spot, you see how smoky that is? If I pull in and look at all the smoke out there. We couldn't see anything out there. Alright, so let's come back. We're going to bring her in to land. Here we go. Just above our heads here. Do a dad random landing. And it's like, hey, we've got, yeah. It's all the obstacle avoidance is kicking in right now. What a great bird. Gosh, guys, yeah, the best drone, absolutely the best drone available. You can't, when the Air 3 comes out, it ain't anything in the same class as this thing. All right, we'll get this up here and get her down. And we got this puppy just absolutely tricked out with master air screw. Let's go ahead and shut that down. Let's go ahead and stop that. But yeah, about a mile. And I'm in Minnesota, so we're right next to the Canadian border, and the smoke is here for sure. So we are due south of the Canadian border, about 450, 500 miles away, and it is dropping some serious smoke. But for Dad Random, on vacation, going to the lake, so we're going to get some lake shots for you. Have a good weekend. Have a great weekend. And hope you enjoyed this flight. Later. Bye, Dad Random. You're awesome.